Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Orest. We're back for another video. This time we have a package that was long awaited. It's been at the Canada Post for about 2 months. They were striking. This is something from IPPS, Innovative Paint Protective Solutions. It is basically PPF for the interior, for the screen, for the carbon, and for the back of the carbon bucket. So I'm super excited to do this. This is much needed protection and an absolute necessity if you have a G80. All right, so let's take a look what is inside here, and I'm gonna open this on the hood because it is PPF'd. So let's open this large canister, plastic. Okay, looks like we have something. I'm guessing this is for the back of the carbon buckets, but I'm not sure. That is a lot of rolls of PPF. That is likely the screen cover, or maybe I'm wrong. That is probably the screen cover. Looks like we have the instruction sheet. And finally, the lens cleaner and a squeegee for installation. Very nice. Okay, so per the directions, I have taken out my screen cleaner. I've just put some microfibers here as a drip precaution. You're gonna spray your screen liberally. Okay, and make sure you get all the dust, all the specks, all the dirt off, and then you can proceed further. Let's see what it looks like. So the screen has been cleaned. I now have the roll. Again, the instructions they provide on this roll. This is the matte PPF. Nestor had the shiny version. I wanted to try something different, so that's why we went with this. You're just gonna roll this out along this, spread it out, and most importantly, do not forget your mixture. We're using this bottle here. There is warm water in this combined with Johnson's baby shampoo. So just a couple of drops of that, and this is gonna be your slip solution for the actual installation. You're gonna spray this on. It's gonna drip a little bit, but that's okay. We need it to be slippery. Okay, so you're just gonna want to line it up as best as possible. Again, I went quite liberally with the solution. This can be moved afterwards. I'm just working out the final edges. It looks like we are done. It is not absolutely perfect, but it is very, very close. There's a good gap there and there. But let's talk about the actual matte finish. Overall, love it. I think Nestor's gloss was good. It made it a little more shiny than OEM, but this is actually perfect. There's no glare. I have a feeling when the sun is out, not that there's any right now, it probably will not show anything. There are no fingerprints that are left. All the functions still work. Overall, absolutely love the matte finish, and if I were to do it again, I would go for it another time. I cannot recommend this enough. The front is PPF'd, the screen is now PPF'd. Let's move ahead and finish the rest of the carbon. Next order of business is this nice little roll, which I initially thought was the screen protector. I believe this piece goes right here, so let's unpack it and have a look at the fitment. I have unrolled the scroll provided by IPPS and realized something very quickly, which is it contains this piece, and all of these little pieces here. Let me show you. Take a look at this template. This is the coolest thing ever, and I didn't think they had it. Maybe it was obvious to them and a lot of people, but not to me. Take a look at that. I have laid on this piece. As you can see, it's still slippy. As you can see, it's moving. You line up the bottom where you would like it. As you can tell, I went for the shiny on this one just because I want to keep the same look on the carbon, but I went matte on this one just to try something different. So let's proceed to clean this up and I'll show you the finished look. I'm constantly heating this just because, again, it is very, very cold with my blow dryer, and that's helping it stay. This one I've got aligned absolutely beautifully. The edge was curling up here just because, again, it is cold. So I heated that, pushed it down with my squeegee. I'm just going to heat this again, clean it with the microfiber, and that is pretty much it. But this one looks amazing, lined up perfectly if I do say so myself. Let's have a look at the more or less finished product. There are a few tiny bubbles, but I'm still working out everything that I can, and I am still heating this because, again, it is still very cold where I am, but it looks very good. It protects it. It goes to the edges here all the way. I aligned it very well, and I think this just gives you peace of mind. So let me just dry this out, and then I will proceed to finish all of this. I've now laid this piece right here, this carbon. As you can see, it sticks up a little bit here. I have to heat it, push it out a little bit more. The alignment on this, I have to say, is perfect. I can't believe I'm 2 for 2 so far. I have put more slip solution under just to continually have it play and move around. Now I also did get the buttons. They are included in the actual sheet. I did put it on the start stop button. I don't know if you will be able to see that on camera. These all have individual, or at least these ones are individual stickers. And then this is one sticker, and then all these. I did put them on, but then I took them off because again, it's super cold and I have to put so much slip solution. Then I have to heat it and it constantly moves. So I decided that's a job for another day. I'm okay with keeping these as is, but I did cover this. So that's good enough. And then this will be done as well. Let me just heat this and then I will get this edge down and that should be protected. But either way, it looks fantastic. Again, it is too cold for me to be doing this, but again, so far so good. We'll leave that for another day. So as you guys can tell right over here, these look fantastic. Screen is amazing. That part is done. That part is done. We are now working on the back seat. We are finally in a heated garage. We got the heater going. It's a little smaller, a little tighter, but we're trying to do our best. And it's going to be this whole piece with the side pieces. I will show you that right now. So here is piece one, the bolster inner and outer. And then this part goes on the inside of the seat, the carbon of the back. That's one piece. The second is the entire back piece of the seat. You have your nut buster here that goes right there. You have your light for the M3 that goes right there. And then the whole piece, we've done some snips. Maybe you don't have to. We are not PPF installers. We're not professionals. We don't pretend to be. We cut it here on the bottom. We cut these sides out here and here. And then we cut the tops as well, just to make it a little bit easier on the install. And we're going to show you that here briefly. So the back has been cleaned. Make sure you do that. Now we're going to peel it off this sheet here. We again have our mixture of baby shampoo and water. Let's spray it. We're doing this side, getting a very, very healthy amount on, just so it's lubricated. And Ricky is going to go ahead and apply this on the inside of the bucket, or the outside of the bolster, I mean. Here we go. He's gonna position it, move it around as much as possible as he needs to. Unfortunately, we're working in low light level just because we're in a small garage because it's easier to heat. But this is fairly easy because these pieces are flat. There's not too much contour. It gets more difficult when it's on this back piece. Okay, so Ricky is finishing it up. You can barely tell that there's any PPF on it. And this is super important. If you're doing none of the pieces, do this because the seatbelt is right here and it constantly hits it. So it's gonna definitely damage the gloss finish on there. So get that done, protect it. And that's the only way to do it. And piece number two is this entire headrest that goes up to here. Again, we cut this ourselves. Maybe you don't have to, but we're just gonna get that fitted nicely, heat it, and that's done. But this is now done. The other side is done, and it looks pretty solid already, even though we're pushing out the bubbles. Next piece is this center eyepiece, as you can see here. So the top is nice and done. This is going to be next, this shoulder and then the right shoulder. So piece number three is going on right where Ricky's hand is, the left shoulder for the driver. There may be a tiny difference between the cuts. If we have to, we'll make some more cuts. I don't really care about the seams as long as the install is solid and there's not too many bubbles. But overall, so far so good, as you can see here. Now I've applied this guy right here, probably the easiest install of them all. You just push the liquid out. You can barely tell it's on there. We're almost done with the back seat. Ricky's working on it there. And then it will be this, and we are complete. Again, looks fantastic. This is your final product right here. Again, 1 seam, 2 seam, and 3 seam, and it goes on both sides. We still have to heat the edges with the heat gun or the blow dryer and then force a little bit of bubbles out and clean it up. There's some adhesive marks that just rub right out with a microfiber and a bit of liquid. Overall, fantastic. A little bit more difficult to work with this bigger sheet. I'm really glad it's protected though. This side is super necessary. Over time, some bubbles will also disappear, so don't be absolutely perfect. I love the fact that this looks OEM and it's gonna protect my seat, so I can't really complain. Again, the front is done, this side is done, the screen is done, that ledge has to be completed, and then I'm just gonna finish that last carbon bit right there, and we are complete. And that is a wrap. Finally, the interior PPF matches the outside. We are protected and ready to go. Still a few things to work out, get a little bubbles out, heat it a little bit more, just because it's very, very cold. I've said that already. We had to change to this smaller garage so it can be heated more, and so the film is more pliable and easier to work with. That's exactly why I would wait till spring or summer to do this install. That is my recommendation. It's not super easy on the contours and things like that. And then we did a few cuts, relief cuts, just to make it easier for ourselves. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it worked for us and we're at least done, so I'm happy with that. Everything is now protected. I do know IPPS makes protection for this, so I will link their website in the description below and you guys can check them out and send them any questions that you may have. Definitely an absolute necessity to install this stuff. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any questions about the install or how this product holds up, please let me know. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.